Did you know that even the most prepared preppers often forget critical items that could save their lives or their wallets in a crisis? And no, it's not food, water, or batteries. Today I'm uncovering 17 survival essentials that most people overlook, and skipping them could cost you big. If you're into prepping, meal planning, or just staying ready for life's curveballs, this video is a must-watch. From medicine shortages to hygiene mishaps, I've got you covered. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. Another one. Essential supplies for your pets. When it comes to prepping, we often focus on our own needs, food, water, first aid. But what about the furry, feathered, or scaly members of your family? Pets are more than just animals. They're companions, protectors, and a source of comfort during stressful times. Yet pet supplies are one of the most commonly overlooked items in emergency preparedness. If you've got a dog, cat, bird, or any other pet that depends on you, their survival is just as important as yours. Start by stocking up on at least a 2-week supply of food and water for your pets. Just like you wouldn't want to run out of food during a crisis, your pets shouldn't have to go hungry either. Dry kibble, canned food, or even freeze-dried options can be stored long-term. Don't forget to rotate these supplies regularly to ensure they stay fresh. While you're at it, include some treats. Treats can be a lifesaver for keeping your pet calm and cooperative in high-stress situations. Medications are another critical item. If your pet requires daily medication, such as insulin or heartworm pills, make sure you have extras stored safely. Speak with your vet about getting a backup supply and ask for advice on proper storage. Additionally, keep a copy of your pet's vaccination records and any medical history. Many emergency shelters require proof of vaccinations before allowing pets inside, and having these documents ready can save you a lot of hassle. Don't overlook the smaller, everyday items that make life easier for your pet. Litter for cats, poop bags for dogs, grooming wipes, and even a backup leash or collar with updated ID tags can make a world of difference. If you need to evacuate quickly, having these essentials ready to go will save you from scrambling at the last minute. Finally, consider packing a few comfort items. A favorite blanket, toy, or even a piece of your clothing can help your pet feel secure when everything else feels chaotic. Pets are incredibly intuitive and can pick up on your stress, so keeping them calm is not just good for them, it's good for you too. Remember, in an emergency, your pet relies on you entirely. Don't let them down by leaving their needs off your prep list. 2. Vision care, contact solution, and eye drops. If you wear contact lenses, this point might hit a little too close to home. Imagine a power outage or evacuation scenario where your eyes start to dry out, but you're stuck without contact solution or eye drops. It's not just inconvenient, it's a health risk. Dry eyes, irritation, and even infections can set in quickly if you're not prepared, and the last thing you want during a crisis is to be dealing with eye pain or blurry vision. Start by stocking up on extra bottles of contact solution. Keep them sealed and stored in a cool, dry place to ensure they last as long as possible. Don't wait until you're down to your last bottle to restock. Having a backup supply can make all the difference. The same goes for eye drops, especially if you suffer from allergies, dryness, or sensitivity. A few extra bottles tucked into your emergency kit can save you from serious discomfort when indoor air gets dusty, smoke fills the air, or your eyes just can't handle the stress. But don't stop there. Always have a backup pair of glasses on hand. If your contacts become unusable or your eyes need a break, glasses are a reliable alternative. Store them in a sturdy protective case along with a lens cloth to keep them clean and scratch-free. You don't want to be wiping them on your shirt during an emergency, trust me. Here's a pro tip. If you're evacuating, keep your vision care supplies in an easily accessible part of your go bag. You don't want to be digging through your kit when you're already stressed and in need of clear vision. And if you're traveling, consider packing a small portable mirror to help you handle your contacts in less than ideal conditions. Being prepared means being able to see clearly enough to use everything else on your list. Don't let something as simple as dry eyes or a lack of contact solution derail your emergency plans. Add these items to your prep list today, and your future self will thank you. 3. Emergency cash, small bills for big problems. In today's world of digital payments, it's easy to forget the importance of cold, hard cash. We're so used to tapping, swiping, or scanning our way through purchases that we rarely think about what happens when those systems fail. During a power outage, natural disaster, or system failure, banks close, ATMs shut down, and payment processors go offline. Suddenly, your credit card is useless, and you're left scrambling for a way to pay for essentials. That's why having a stash of emergency cash is crucial, and not just any cash. Small bills are key. Think $1, 0 cents, $5, 0 cents, and $10, 0 cents denominations. Why? Because during a crisis, no one wants to break a $50 0 cents or $100 0 cents bill for a loaf of bread or a gallon of gas. Smaller bills make transactions smoother, faster, and less stressful. Plus, they're easier to use for bartering if it comes to that. Start by setting aside a small amount of cash specifically for emergencies. Store it in a waterproof, fireproof container to keep it safe. Rotate the cash every few years to ensure the bills are in good condition and still in circulation. Some countries phase out older bills over time, so double check that your stash is still valid. If you're traveling or evacuating, having local currency on hand can be a lifesaver. Whether you need to buy gas, grab food, or pay for a place to stay, cash gives you mobility and options when electronic payments aren't an option. It's not just money, it's peace of mind. Here's a bonus tip. Keep your emergency cash in multiple locations. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Split it between your go bag, your car, and a secure spot in your home. That way, if one stash becomes inaccessible, you've got a backup. In a world where we rely so heavily on technology, cash is often overlooked. But when the power goes out and the systems fail, those small bills could be the difference between getting what you need and going without. So don't wait. Add emergency cash to your prep list today. 4. Rain protection. Staying dry when it matters most. When prepping for emergencies, it's easy to focus on the big-ticket items like food, water, and shelter. But what about something as simple as staying dry? Rain gear often gets overlooked, yet it's one of the most practical and life-saving items you can have in your emergency kit. Let's face it, rain doesn't care if you're in the middle of a crisis, it's going to pour when it wants to. And if you're caught unprepared, the consequences can be more serious than you think. Getting soaked in a downpour isn't just uncomfortable, it can lead to hypothermia, even in mild weather. Wet clothes sap your body heat, leaving you cold, miserable, and more prone to making poor decisions. And in a survival situation, every decision counts. That's why lightweight, compact rain gear is a must-have. A simple poncho or a packable rain jacket takes up almost no space in your go bag, but can save you from hours of discomfort or worse. When choosing rain gear, look for options that are durable, waterproof, and easy to store. Many modern ponchos and jackets are also windproof, adding an extra layer of protection. Some even come with reflective strips, which can be a lifesaver if you're navigating in low visibility. And don't forget about your gear. A waterproof cover for your backpack or a dry bag for your electronics can prevent water damage to your supplies. After all, a soaked map or a ruined flashlight won't do you much good. Rain gear isn't just for you, it's for your family too. Make sure everyone in your household has their own set, including the kids. Smaller sizes are available, and teaching them to use their gear properly can make a big difference in an emergency. And here's a pro tip. Pack a few extra plastic bags or Ziplocs. They're great for keeping smaller items dry, like matches, documents, or even snacks. So the next time you're updating your prep list, ask yourself, if it started pouring right now, would I be ready? Don't wait for the rain to remind you. Add lightweight rain gear to your kit today, because staying dry isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. 5. The power of pen and paper. Old school tools for modern emergencies. In a world dominated by smartphones, tablets, and digital everything, the idea of carrying a notebook and a pen might seem outdated. But when the power goes out and your devices are dead, that little notebook could become one of your most valuable tools. Pen and paper are more than just a backup. They're a lifeline in situations where technology fails. Think about it. How will you leave messages for loved ones if you're separated? How will you track your supplies, jot down emergency instructions, or keep a log of what you've used and what you need? Memory is unreliable, especially in high-stress situations. A simple notebook and a few pens or pencils can help you stay organized and focused when it matters most. Start by choosing a durable notebook that can withstand the elements. Waterproof or weather-resistant options are ideal, especially if you're likely to be outdoors. Pair it with a few reliable pens and pencils. Pencils are particularly useful because they don't run out of ink, don't smudge as easily, and work in almost any condition, even in the rain or snow. Mechanical pencils are a great option if you want to avoid sharpening, but don't forget to pack extra lead. What can you use pen and paper for in an emergency? The possibilities are endless. Write down emergency contact numbers, sketch maps, or keep a journal to document your experience. A journal can also be a great way to manage stress and maintain morale during long periods of uncertainty. If you have kids, a notebook can double as a teaching tool or a way to keep them entertained. Let them draw, write stories, or practice math problems. It's a small way to bring normalcy to a chaotic situation. Another critical use for pen and paper is recording information from emergency broadcasts or neighbors. If you're listening to a weather radio or receiving updates from local authorities, having a way to jot down key details can be a game changer. And don't forget to keep your notebook and pens in an easily accessible spot, like near your emergency kit or go bag. In a world where we rely so heavily on technology, it's easy to overlook the simplicity and reliability of pen and paper. But when the grid goes down, these old school tools can save the day. Add them to your prep list now. You'll be glad you did. 6. Soap, the unsung hero of hygiene and health. When you think about emergency supplies, soap probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind. It's not flashy, it's not high-tech, and it doesn't scream survival gear. But in a crisis, when clean water is scarce and hygiene becomes a challenge, a simple bar of soap can be a lifesaver, literally. Why is soap so important? Because staying clean isn't just about comfort, it's about health. Without proper hygiene, minor cuts and scrapes can quickly become infected, and illnesses can spread like wildfire in close quarters. Soap is one of the most effective tools for preventing the spread of germs, and it doesn't require batteries, electricity, or any special equipment to use. Just a little water and some lather can go a long way in keeping you and your family healthy. When adding soap to your emergency kit, don't overthink it. A basic bar of soap is lightweight, compact, and incredibly versatile. It can be used for washing your hands, cleaning wounds, and even doing laundry in a pinch. If you have the space, consider packing a few extra bars so you're not forced to ration after the first week. And don't forget about the kids. Teaching them the importance of hand washing, even in an emergency, can make a big difference in preventing illness. If you want to go the extra mile, include a small washcloth or scrub brush in your kit. These can help with exfoliation, cleaning gear, or even scrubbing out stains from clothes. And if you're really tight on space, consider travel-sized soap bars or multi-purpose soap that can be used for both personal hygiene and cleaning supply. Another pro tip, store your soap in a waterproof container or Ziploc bag to keep it dry and ready to use. Wet soap can become mushy and difficult to handle, so keeping it protected is key. And if you're worried about scent attracting animals, unscented soap is a great option. In the grand scheme of prepping, soap might seem like a small detail, but when things get tough, it's often the small details that make the biggest difference. Don't overlook this humble yet essential item. Add it to your prep list today, because staying clean isn't just about feeling good, it's about staying alive. 7. Your stored food will eventually become not just a skill, but a lifeline. Wouldn't customers let in when your supply trades are stretches on for weeks, months, or even longer? Your stored food will eventually run out, and that's when the ability to grow your own food becomes not just a skill, but a lifeline. Surprisingly, gardening tools and seeds are some of the most overlooked items on prepper lists, even though they can be the key to long-term survival. Starting a garden doesn't require acres of land. Even a small balcony, backyard, or sunny windowsill can be enough to grow essential crops. But to make it work, you need the right tools and seeds. A basic gardening kit should include a small shovel, gloves, a trowel, and pruning shears. These tools are compact, lightweight, and versatile, making them perfect for planting, digging, and maintaining crops. Using your bare hands might seem like an option, but in a survival situation, it's a recipe for injuries and infections. When it comes to seeds, focus on easy-to-grow, fast-yielding crops like lettuce, radishes, tomatoes, and herbs. These plants don't require perfect soil or extensive care, making them ideal for beginners or those working with limited resources. For long-term sustainability, consider adding seeds for beans, squash, and peppers to your collection. These crops offer longer harvest periods and can provide essential nutrients over time. Proper seed storage is crucial. Keep your seeds in a cool, dry place, preferably in sealed containers or mylar bags, to ensure they remain viable for years. Rotate your stock periodically to avoid using expired seeds. And here's a pro tip: learn how to save seeds from your own plants. This skill can make you self-sufficient and eliminate the need to rely on external sources for future planting. Gardening isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. Growing your own food can provide a sense of control and normalcy in uncertain times. Plus, it's a great way to involve your family in a productive, hands-on activity. So before you dismiss gardening as optional, remember this: When the shelves are empty and supply chains are broken, the ability to grow your own food could be your greatest asset. Start preparing today because the seeds you plant now could save you later. 8. The small fix: sewing kits and safety pins. When prepping for emergencies, most people focus on the big stuff: food, water, shelter. But what about the small things that hold everything together, literally? A sewing kit and safety pins might not seem like survival essentials, but they can be lifesavers when gear fails or clothing tears. In a crisis, even minor issues like a ripped jacket or a broken zipper can escalate into major problems if left unaddressed. Imagine this: you're out in the cold and your jacket tears, letting in icy wind. Or your backpack zipper breaks, spilling your supplies everywhere. These might seem like small inconveniences, but in a survival situation, they can compromise your safety and efficiency. That's where a simple sewing kit comes in. It takes up almost no space in your emergency bag, but can fix a surprising range of issues. A basic sewing kit should include needles, thread in a few different colors, buttons, and safety pins. Safety pins in particular are incredibly versatile. They can temporarily fix torn fabric, secure gear, or even act as makeshift fasteners. And you don't need to be a professional tailor to use them. Basic stitching techniques are easy to learn and can make a big difference in extending the life of your clothing and gear. Take some time now to practice simple sewing skills. Watch a tutorial, grab an old shirt, and learn how to sew a button or patch a hole. This small investment of time can pay off big when you're in a pinch. And don't forget to include a few extra items in your kit, like a thimble for tough fabrics or a small pair of scissors for precision cuts. Sewing kits and safety pins aren't just about fixing clothes, they're about maintaining your overall preparedness. A well-maintained jacket keeps you warm. A repaired backpack keeps your supplies secure. And a quick fix can save you from wasting time and energy on preventable problems. So, before you finalize your prep list, make room for these small but mighty tools. They might just hold everything together when it matters most. 9. Skin survival: lip balm and hand cream. When you're stocking up on survival supplies, personal care items like lip balm and hand cream probably don't make the cut. After all, they're not as critical as food or water, right? Wrong. In a survival situation, your skin takes a beating, and neglecting it can lead to painful, even dangerous consequences. Lip balm and hand cream might seem like luxuries, but they're actually essential for keeping your body functional and healthy. Think about it. Cold air dries out your lips, wind burns your cheeks, and constant use of your hands, whether for building, repairing, or carrying, leaves them cracked and raw. Without proper care, chapped skin can split, and those splits can become infected. In a world where medical care might not be readily available, something as simple as dry skin can turn into a serious problem. Lip balm is small, affordable, and easy to store. Toss a few tubes into your emergency kit, go bag, and even your pockets. Opt for unscented or medicated varieties for maximum effectiveness. Hand cream is equally important. A travel-sized tube can keep your hands soft, protected, and ready for action, even in harsh conditions. Dry, cracked hands aren't just painful, they slow you down. And in an emergency, every second counts. Don't overlook the importance of these items for kids and older family members. Their skin tends to be more sensitive and prone to drying out. Keeping them comfortable isn't just about physical health, it's about maintaining morale. A little lotion can go a long way in making a tough situation feel a bit more manageable. So the next time you're updating your prep list, don't skip the personal care aisle. Lip balm and hand cream might not seem like survival essentials, but when the wind is howling and your hands are raw, you'll be glad you packed them. Because survival isn't just about staying alive, it's about staying functional and comfortable too. 10. Mental survival: entertainment for tough times. When prepping for emergencies, we often focus on physical survival: food, water, shelter. But what about your mental health? In a crisis, stress, boredom, and anxiety can take a serious toll on your well-being. That's why entertainment isn't just a luxury, it's a survival tool for your mind. Books, cards, games, and other small distractions can make a world of difference when the adrenaline fades and the silence sets in. Picture this: the power is out, the world feels upside down, and you're stuck in a confined space with nothing to do. Boredom turns into frustration, frustration turns into tension, and before you know it, tempers are flaring. Having something to occupy your mind can help you stay calm, focused, and even optimistic. A deck of cards, a crossword puzzle, or a good book can provide a much-needed escape from the chaos around you. Entertainment is especially important for kids. Without distractions, they can become restless, anxious, or even scared. Packing a few small games, coloring books, or toys can help them feel normal and keep their spirits up. And let's be honest, adults need distractions too, whether it's a novel, a Sudoku puzzle, or a simple game of tic-tac-toe. These small comforts can make a big difference in maintaining morale. When choosing entertainment for your emergency kit, think lightweight and versatile. Paperback books are easy to carry and can be traded or shared. A deck of cards offers endless possibilities for games. Even a notebook and pencil can provide hours of entertainment, from drawing to writing to playing classic games like Hangman. So before you finalize your prep list, ask yourself, what will I do when the silence gets loud? Because survival isn't just about staying alive, it's about staying sane. Pack a little entertainment and you'll be better prepared to face whatever comes your way. In the world of prepping, it's easy to focus on the big-ticket items, food, water, and shelter, but as we've seen, it's often the smaller, overlooked essentials that can make or break your survival plan. From keeping your pets safe and your skin protected to growing your own food and staying mentally sharp, these 10 items aren't just nice-to-haves, they're game-changers when the unexpected happens. Emergencies don't wait for you to be perfectly prepared, and they certainly don't follow a script. That's why thinking beyond the basics and adding these often forgotten supplies to your kit can give you a real edge when it matters most. Whether it's a lightweight rain poncho, a simple sewing kit, or even a deck of cards, these items can help you stay safe, comfortable, and sane in the face of uncertainty. So as you update your prep list, take a moment to think about the gaps you might have overlooked. Because in a crisis, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving, staying resilient, and being ready for whatever comes next. Don't wait until it's too late. Start preparing today, and you'll thank yourself tomorrow. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, it's the little things that make the biggest difference.